What's happening, YouTube? This is Knife Factor, and this is my Spyderco collection. I guess we're just going to discuss, and I don't want to say showboat my Spyderco collection because it's a modest collection, but I don't know, maybe I'll go over a little bit real quick what I have here, and I'll go over what I think why Spyderco is a popular brand and has so many fanboys. I wouldn't call myself a fanboy. I went down the Spyderco rabbit hole for a minute and I got over it real fast. So let's get into this. Right here, I've done a video on these guys. These are my Mannix 2s. I can't even function today. Let's try that again. These are my Mannix 2s. There we go. We got multiple scales, customizations, and I'm still not functioning today, people. Bear with me. There we go. You can see carbon fiber, red micarta, totally customized, tan G10. Then we'll move over to my only PM2. I've had multiples, customized, stock, whatever you want to call it. Now, just so you know, these are my Spyderco folders. Well, I only have one Spyderco fixed blade, and that's, I don't even remember what it's called. Let's see if I can even remember what these are all called. Not too bad. There's only a few different ones. Everybody knows about the PM2 and me dropping stuff and making a mess. Got your pair of threes. First try. Wow. That's awesome. Customized one, customized hardware, customized stonewash blade. Stock one here with Maximate steel. Got this on a trade. Matter of fact, I got this on a trade, got this on a trade. Some of those are whatever. Then we'll come over here to your famous smock, which, looking at the way I have this set up, I would have to say these are my favorites right here, probably. But you got the smock. This guy is just, this one will probably never go anywhere. It's customized. Bronze hardware, custom scales, all that good stuff. I wouldn't even know which steel this is. They're all the S30V, I believe. No, I'm sorry. This one is not S30V. This is the M390, I think. Something like that. Or M4. Sorry. M4. I don't know why I said 390. And that's got scales. Then we got this brass guy. You know, it's funny. When I was taking these out, some of these are tanks, but I like a knife that you can feel in your pocket, that you know is there and you know is in your hand. Then you got the Caparas, which I can't flick anything right now. I guess I'm just old and arthritic. Yeah, I can't do anything. Let's try this one. Maybe this one likes me better. Oh yeah, I like the carbon fiber one better. But there you got your Caparas. Then you'll move over to your Shamans. Again, these are also stiff because I hardly, next to never carry these. This is the original stock one with the S30V. I'm not even going to try to open them. L-Max. There we go. Then we'll get into what I think about certain Spidey Chef. This one, yeah, this one's the hard one to reverse flick, or Spidey. I guess you can call it a Spidey flick on it. I can't even get my finger in there. Once in a while, I can. But now, what I believe that I don't like their G10. Their normal G10, I can do without it. It tears up your pockets. It's not really rough in the hand, but it's not as grippy as, I don't know, they sound like it is to me. I mean, I can feel this, and yeah, I feel ridges, but I don't feel like grippiness any. I actually feel more grippiness on this bad boy, as far as sticking to my fingers. And then you got their smooth, and see, that's grippier to me too. It's just me, you know, my opinion and what I feel. Carbon fiber. I don't remember if this one's, I guess I should have worn my glasses, huh? Anyways, yeah, I prefer their smooth G10 by far over their standard rough G10. This red one is really, really rough. But with that aside, I mean, what do I think people get stuck on the Spyderco fix? I think it's personally that you get a wide selection of knives. You can stick to USA made. And if you don't care about USA made, now you're stepping into Taiwan, which their Taiwan knives are fabulous. I mean, they're just, these aren't really good examples because they're customized, so they really don't count. But, you know, when they're made in Taiwan, their manufacturing over there is superb. I prefer it over the American, unfortunately. Part of me hates to say that, but it is the truth. And I guess that's what we're about. And then, you know, you can get ones like this, you know, supposed to be with the LCN 200, I believe it is. The Spidey Chef, yeah. You know, corrosion resistant. And I mean, the steels are endless. The material, the handle colors are endless. I mean, most of your models, or a lot of your models, you can get multiple configurations. And I think that really sucks people in. I think it's a good thing. They know what they're doing. You know, they're not stupid over there. But, you know, I think the other thing people like about them is customization. You know, like, I'm just going to pull out a bunch of junk I have that is Spyderco related that hasn't been on a knife. Oh, I also have a military, an old one that I need screws for and can't find the screws for. There's a ball, a ceramic ball, and a spring for a Mannix 2. We got some Blurple hardware for a smock. Well, some of it. I only use some of it because this is where I put the rest of it on. You got all that purple, blue, Blurple, whatever you want to call it. You got some black G10 Max Mannix 2 scales. Yeah, these are just stock ones. I mean, but look, I'm showing leftover parts. I got a kit for a smock for all bronze that I need another smock for because I really don't want to take any of these apart and change them. I like them the way they are. Some extra screws for some clips, some pocket clips. We got an extra, I don't remember if this is which one this is. Anyways, here's an extra pocket clip. Awesome to have. Here's an extra backspacer. That was going to go on this, but I ended up not liking the way it looks, so I just did it like that, just with the one spacer back there. So there you have that. Then you got, I got some, these are skiff bearings for a smock for if I want, whenever I get around to doing another one. I got some titanium smock scales here, which actually came off of this one right here. Some just plain titanium. I got all the leftover hardware from one of this Mannix right here, Mannix 2, and then I got some smock knives, grenade scales, or whatever the heck they called them. I mean, it's a fun. Them in themselves are a fun hobby and a fun knife. I mean, it's everything you can do is endless, and I think that's what people like about them. And the USA factor is big for a lot of people too. It's big for me, but well, that's a whole nother discussion. USA versus foreign, why I prefer one thing over another or not. But I mean, you can see this is a very modest Spyderco collection, and it's all over the map. I mean, you have different colors, different steels, totally different shapes. I mean, you got the Spidey hole everywhere, but that's their thing, you know. It's been their thing for years. Me personally, I don't like these scales, and you can see I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, which half of these knives I probably won't even keep. And I also don't do their lightweight. Never. I've had them in hand. I've played with them. I don't like them. I don't like the way they feel. They feel like toys to me, in my opinion again. Take it for what it's worth. But they all feel like toys. And I don't like that plasticky feel that they have. It's just not for me. You have liner locks, compression locks, you have frame locks. I mean, it's all there. What more could you ask for if you're collecting knives? I think that's why people get hung up on the Spyderco thing, and I don't blame them. I got over it pretty quick about after this. I've had more, honestly, so I'm kind of over it, not completely over it. But we'll get into my favorites. Honestly, for everyday carries, my favorites, now this is just my opinion, just for like everyday carries, I love the smock. I can't deny it. I like the ergos, I like the fidget factor, I like the blade shape, the convex, all that good stuff. Also, one of my favorites for EDC would be the Capara. I love the shape of this. I like I've recently really got into the more slender knives, which, you know, you start going down the whole gentleman style when you start getting like that, it seems like. But now those are just my personal favorites for just your regular everyday carry stuff. Now I do think the Manix 2 is an awesome everyday carry. I'm just over it. I don't know why. I couldn't even tell. I wish I could tell you. And to me, when you get up here in these knives, which maybe these Shaman belong up here, it's all the same. They're great everyday carries. Depends on what size you want, you know. You have to deal with that. Now, your heavy use knives, it's a dead giveaway. Shaman, you can't beat it. I mean, you can beat the heck out of this knife, and it just keeps on doing what it's supposed to do. I love the Shaman. It's one of my favorites. Every day, you know, the PM2, you can't beat it, but my heavy use everyday carry would probably be the Shamans and the Spidey Chef, I would think. I haven't been carrying them for a while, so. But yeah, those are probably just my all-around favorites. Up here, these were my favorites for a long time, the Manix 2s, but I don't know. They just lost their luster for some reason. I don't know why. I guess I'm just over the wider blades, you know, the leaf-shaped blades, which are great blades and very slicey. But there you have it, YouTube. That's Knife Factor Spyderco Collection minus military, an original one that's all apart due to trying to find screws and just not getting around to paying much mind to it. And I have one of the fixed blade, the Mule Team or something like that. I don't remember what it's called. But go ahead and go over to knife_factor on Instagram and give me a follow over there. I'll follow you back and we can talk knives. I post occasionally there also. And then please give me a like and a comment and get my, you know, the page rolling, get more views and get me out there more. I appreciate it, and I really appreciate everything that everybody's already done for me, helping me out. I mean, some of you even just comment just to comment, and I try to at least respond thank you, because I know what you're doing and I appreciate it. So with that being said, everybody, I hope you're having a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Knife Factor checking out.